Hi, this is the Catholic Lady, and we are reading Great Line of God by Taylor Caldwell. This book is currently out of print. Um, it was written in 1970, and it's about the life of St. Paul um, prior to his ministry and then afterward. It is a work of fiction, but it is based on the true person of St. Paul and includes his life and the places that he had been as they are recorded within the Holy Bible. We are beginning with part 2 of the book, and this is his manhood. A few years have gone by, and now he is around 20 years old, and he's completed the first portion of his education with get him married because he wants him to be able to have someone to take care of him. Okay, so part 2, Man and God. For I am God and not man, the Holy One in your midst, and I will not come to destroy. Chapter 15. Hillel ben Baruch said to Reb Isaac in Tarsus, My son is of an age to marry, and even beyond it, for he is 20 years old. He has completed his studies with you. He has learned the art of a tent maker, and he will earn what he will, as befits a teacher who cannot accept payment. He has distinguished himself in the University of Tarsus, in Roman law and other studies. He's learned sedulously from his Greek teacher Aristo. Reb Isaac nodded his white head reflectively. He is, then, a man of the world. A man of the book, said Hillel. A man must be many men these days, said Reb Isaac. It is not enough any longer that he be learned in the scriptures and the holy disciplines of our people. He must be a Roman, a Greek, an Egyptian, and others. He must move freely about the world, discovering new textures of humanity, new smells, new ideas, new thoughts, and probably new depravities. This is the modern world. Bah, said Reb Isaac. Better it is that a man in these evil days become an Essene or a zealot, and removes himself from the world, and walks with bare feet in the wilderness, and eats wild locusts and honey, and the uncultivated grains of the field, and strange fruit, and lives in caves or in the mountains, and he ventures into the stinking cities, shouts in the streets in contempt and condemnation, and utters execrable oaths, and is beaten and arrested by Roman soldiers or the guards, said Hillel. Come, you would not have Saul an Essene or a zealot, Reb Isaac. The old man replied gloomily, Who knows what a young man should be these evil days? Should he withdraw totally from the world and despise it? And is it worthy to be despised? Or should he become part of it, mouthing meaningless words, giving meaningless smiles, because it is not only expected of him, but demanded of him? Shall he do what his parents, his teachers, his kinsmen, his neighbors think desirable of him? Or shall he say, I am a man in my own right, and I will do what I will, and please none but myself? You are not serious, said Hillel, smiling. Are you discussing chaos? Reb Isaac shook a gnarled finger at him. Let that nation beware that becomes fat and complacent, and the men of her cannot be distinguished by their faces or their words from their neighbors. Are we ants, beetles, flies, worms, which cannot be told apart? No, we are men. I, for one, do not denounce chaos, which is man's last desperate rebellion against conformity in habit and in living. A last desperate striving to be himself, unique, individual, though he make a monstrous fool of himself in the process. I prefer such a fool to a man who, like a coin of the same minting, cannot be told from another coin. thought, said Hillel, that we were discussing a possible marriage for my son, who is not stamped like a coin with the self-same image of other coins, and who is individual, so individual at times that I fear for him. He was surprised at the old man's strange diatribe. I am speaking of others, in particular some of my present students, said Reb Isaac. Do they want holiness? Do they want the mystery of the Scriptures? Do they wish to divine occult words, the profound meanings, the labyrinthine thoughts? No, no. They wish to be men of this world, and woe to Israel, again, when she goes whoring after strange gods, such as the Sadducees do. You know my son has always wished to be what you would have him be. Not to please you, Reb Isaac, but to be a learned Jew and to please God. True, said Reb Isaac in a surly tone, but I am not so certain he is pleasing God, blessed be his name. He is sedulous and fervent enough in his prayers, but I have the thought frequently that he is like Jacob, wrestling with the angels. But this time the angels are not only triumphant and will not reveal secrets to him as they did to Jacob, but they depart. What would you know of this, Hillel? Nothing, said Hillel with sadness. I have discussed it with you many times. I have a stranger for a son. So do we all, said the old man, shrugging. It seemed to Hillel that Reb Isaac had changed enormously in the past